All right, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Backlash Angling. It is April 1st and it is time for us to get ready for the summer. It's kind of our spring setup. We're just going through our setups, looking what we need, retying our line, and just checking out a lot of the new Okuma stuff that we got. We went pretty heavy with our sponsors getting some trolling stuff today. So today we're gonna look at the Okuma Cold Water 354 DLX, and this reel is the perfect Dipsy Diver setup. So what we're going to do today is our main focus is going to be the video on how we rig the 354 DLX to be good to go for a Dipsy Diver setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through how we rig this, how we line it, and then yeah, just the general concept of, so that way you guys can get ready and you'll know how to set up the perfect Dipsy Diver setup. This 354 is sweet. We got it on the left-handed. You can get it on the right-handed. It holds just enough, just the perfect amount of braid for a Dipsy Diver setup. And then we got it paired with the Okuma Classic Pro GLT Dipsy Diver rod, which is a 9-foot medium. Nice and sensitive. This rod has a ton of wiggle, and it's this is the perfect pairing. Like if you're looking for something for the Great Lakes for a Dipsy Diver setup, couldn't recommend this more. So let's get into it. We got obviously our Okuma gear. Next thing you need is we run 40-pound braid. We're just going with a nice white braid. I don't think it really matters too much on the Great Lakes. I would also suggest a green, anything that kind of is translucent and stuff like that. So 40-pound is what we run. And then obviously you need your Dipsy Diver. That's pretty much all we're gonna need. We're gonna get some backing on it to start this thing off. So let's go. Okay, so what we're gonna start off is we got some Berkeley mono. This is 30-pound. I would probably suggest to go a little bit lighter. This is what we have right now. I would say 20-pound would be your kind of your prime weight. So we're just gonna thread this through. And what we're doing here is we're just getting a backing on the reel. It's important to get a backing. We don't want to go straight braid. We want to get probably 30, 40 yards of backing, and that'll just make sure that when we get down to the basis of the line, we had that protection. So we got some backing here. We'll come back when we're on to the next step. Okay, so what we did for the backing is I just did two simple overhand knots. I don't go too complex with the knot. I don't know, maybe other people are going way more serious than me. But then what I did is I just got the overhand knot and then a piece of tape over top of it. And what it does is that it holds that overhand knot so it's nice and clean. It doesn't click if it gets to that point. Like I said, this is just safety precaution to get that backing down. So it's not a huge deal unless you're catching an absolute mega monster. You probably won't even deal with your backing. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hold tight on this. It's important to hold tight. If you let this loose, then your backing is gonna be super loose. You need it really tight so when you're reeling it in, it goes really nice and tight to the reel base. So I'm just gonna hold it nice and tight. Gonna start reeling it in. Like I said, I probably want, I don't know, anywhere from 40 feet will be plenty. Just enough to really clear that the bottom of the spool. And then we're gonna get the braid on next. Okay, so the next step is we got the backing on. Next step is we're gonna connect this to the braid with a nice simple blood knot. I'm not gonna go through a blood knot on this video. If you need to figure that out, head over to obviously a different YouTube video and just search up a blood knot, and they'll teach you how to do it. It's a double uni knot. Pretty much we're just connecting the braid and the mono together, so that way they're good to go. So I'm gonna do a blood knot, and then we'll spool up the rest of the braid. Okay, so we just got it all braided up. This Okuma 354 DLX holds a crazy amount of line. I was actually really surprised with how much it took. It was like 550 feet. So if you're ever fishing deep water for your Dipsy Diver, this is a reel that can hold plenty. So the way Dipsy Diver works is this thing can pretty much substitute a down rigging setup if you don't have one. It allows you to get down, and the way it works is this Dipsy Diver will go into the side, either your left or right setting, depending on what you set up here, and it just will pull your bait down. So what we did is we got a polymer knot on here, nice and tight. The reason why we use braid is because it doesn't have that stretch. if you're getting smoked by some big rainbows like we do on Erie, you don't want that stretch of fluorocarbon or that mono. So that's why we use braid on this. And what happens is when the fish hits your spoon here, which we set up with about a 4 to 5 foot lead, you don't want to go too long, because when you're netting the fish, you got to realize that you have all that extra line where the fish is going to be attached. So if you have a 10, 12 foot lead, it'll be really hard to net. So you got about a 4 to 5 foot lead, and what happens is when that fish hits, it will pop this out. That way you're not fighting your Dipsy Diver, because these things really pull some tension on, in the water. So it sets that up. That's what keeps it out. Fish hits, pops out, and then you're reeling in your fish. These Dipsy Divers are a great thing for us, because on our specific boat, we just got a 17-foot legend, and it allows 2 more lines to get deep into the water column without having an absurd amount of line like you would with a lead core, which we're gonna do another rigging setup because we got some of those, but that'll be the next video. But yeah, a great setup. We do really well with our Dipsy Divers. It's something that we were super excited about. We also got a Okuma 354 cold waters. This is something that we ran last year. We got a couple of those and we loved them. Once again, they're a great thing for a Dipsy setup. We prefer these over the bigger size 303s just because they're a little bit more compact. If you're looking for a lot of line, I'd suggest the 303s, but for a Dipsy Diver setup, this 354 and these 203s are exactly what you're wanting. So yeah, that's kind of how we set up our Dipsy Divers. There's some of our go-tos on Lake Erie, and yeah, we're excited for this spring. We're really hoping we get into some lake trout, and we definitely know we'll be running into some rainbows with these bad boys. So yeah, that's kind of our setup. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of a walkthrough. Next video we're going to put out is going to be going through a lead core and how we use that. So thanks again to Okuma for the new stuff. We're really excited. They have some of the top line, some of the best stuff for trolling, and we've been using it for years. So to have them as our sponsor was a huge boost. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.